Hi, I'm Rob Stewart, inventor of Hose Shark. Hose Shark is a tool that I designed to help manage your air hose and your extension cords while working on a roof deck. Over the next few minutes I'll show you how this tool will not only save you time and save you money, it'll make the roof a lot safer place to work. Now the next shark I'm going to show you here, this was designed for you shingle contractors and framing contractors. It'll work with air hoses ranging from 1/4 inch up to 1/2 inch and extension cords from 16 gauge all the way up to 12 gauge. Now the base of this bracket is designed a lot like the toe board brackets you use today. It's got 2 slotted grooves so that you can actually interlace it with those shingles and remove it at a later point in time without damaging those shingles. We've put a pulley in here so that your air hose and extension cord can glide across smoothly, and a pin that'll lock that firmly in place. Now it's got a pivoting head, and it's actually got an adjustment here so you can control the speed of the air hose and extension cords moving on and off the deck. Now we've gone ahead and put some nails in some different locations for our demonstration. Now before you had any shingles, you would just simply nail this right down to the deck. Simply have your 2 nails, nail that in firmly, and our shark is ready. Now if you'll notice here, all we're trying to do is just get the outside edge of this head right in line with the outside edge of the roof. Now we're going to go ahead and snap our hose in place. Simply pull the pin, snap it right in place, and it's ready. Now if you'll notice here, our air hose and extension cords will never be able to pass by that pin, so you'll never drop that hose or cord off the roof again. Now, as we're laying our shingles, we're ready to move to the next step. We'd simply want to go ahead and move our shark out of the way, pull these nails, and depending on if there's a gutter or not depends on the placement of the shark. If there's a gutter in place, we're just simply going to attach this to the first row of shingles. Simply slide that into the 2 nails, drive those firmly in place, and as you can see, we're clearly far enough out past for that gutter. Now if there's not a gutter, there's no need in moving that shark that far out. We're just simply going to move it up to the second row. Simply put it in place, drive those nails in firm, and at that point that shark's ready to go to work. Now I'll show you a little bit about the mobility of it. The pivoting head will allow us to go to the right, to the left, and the pulley allows us to go up and down off the roof freely. Now I can go as far around as a 90-degree angle, and as you can see here, we're clearly past the edge of the roof. Now that's going to keep your cord from getting cut up along the edges of the shingles and the metal and getting in the tar that's along that bottom outside edge. Now the next shark I'm going to share with you, this one we call the Metal Surfer, and it was primarily designed for you metal roofing contractors. The only difference between this one and the shingle model is we just simply changed out the base. Now the base of this was provided with 2 rows of magnets that will ensure that it will stick down to the metal roof deck. We've gone in here and put a rubber pad on the bottom that brings it out nice and flush with the bottom of those magnets to help ensure that it won't scratch that roof surface. Now we've also provided some nail holes in there so that if you don't have metal roof panels down, you can actually attach that down to the wood deck and use it for other things. And I'll show you what you might do with that shark. You could simply come over here, attach it down to the wood deck with some screws or nails, and at that point you could go ahead and run your 1x4s or do your woodwork or something like that. Now at that point, once you've got all your 1x's down and you've gotten a roof panel down and you're ready to move on to the next step, you can just simply take that shark loose, simply come over to your metal roof panel and simply just snap that right down in place. And it's just that easy. Now we've provided a handle in the front of this so that the person on the roof can just simply come down here and get a hold of that shark and pull it off and move it down to the next location. Now we put a lot of thought into this board, and this board will actually work with several different styles of panels. It'll work with your tough rib panels, your PBR panels, your 5B panels, and also your standing seam panels. It'll work with about 90% of the steel metal roofing products that are out there on the market today. I'd like to thank you for coming out and checking out Hose Shark today. I hope I've showed you some ways that these sharks can help save you some time, save you some money, and most of all make that roof a safer place to work. Now I invite you to stick around, watch some more videos, and actually see these sharks in action.